Sometimes when you're cooking, just for a weekday meal, it's all about the pantry and just cleaning everything you have out. And that's what this recipe is singing praise to. It's giving complete homage to the pantry. I'm gonna introduce you to my pressure cooker vegan chili with Johnny Cakes in under 15 minutes. This is gonna be mind-blowing. Check this out. Here we go. Starting the clock. Howard, let's do it, baby.
All right, let's go.
All right, here we go. So, step one is I've got a pressure cooker on a high heat, just kind of getting warm. And I'm gonna grab an onion and just kind of cut off the bottom, cut off the top. And I have a red onion, it's just what I have, but you can absolutely use just a white onion. Peel this guy up. This is really good, save for stock. So put that to the side. And then we're just gonna use half. I'm only making a little vegan chili for 2. I'm gonna cut these into strips. So see how I cut them into strips so I can still lift the actual onion, and then I'm gonna go horizontal. So strips and then horizontal, and then I cut down, and I have kind of this little small dice. And I like chili with a little bit of chunk to it, just a little, little texture. All right, cool. Olive oil, good amount of it. And Howard, you might have to get a little taller. There you go, to get into this thing. Not saying you're small, you're totally not. It's a very tall pan. Okay, so, onions in right away. And you wanna hear that sizzle. All those guys in. Beautiful. Okay, next up, it's a chili, so it needs chili. So, I've got fresh chili, and you could use dried chili, I'm gonna use both. I'm gonna leave the seeds in. I don't care about this part. So again, I'm just gonna kind of chunk this up into little, slices, nothing too crazy. Don't even think about it. This right in with the onion. Beautiful. All right, so we've got chili, we've got onion, and I'm gonna add some dried chili just to give it a little bit of difference. So I've got some smoked paprika, which is gonna give it a little bit of a campfire thing. By the way, if you are vegan or vegetarian and you don't do bacon, smoked paprika is such a good replacement. All right, a little bit of just chili powder, good old-fashioned chili powder. I'm gonna add some cumin and coriander. Cumin, I don't actually think I have coriander, so I'm just gonna go with cumin. And I'm doing about equal parts of all these, so if you can see, Howard. And what you do is you kind of just let these toast up. So you can start smelling these right away. You smell that, Howard? Mm-hmm. Smells like chili, baby. Beautiful. All right. Woo! Man, that chili is strong. All right, a little bit of garlic right in, and I'm just gonna kind of chop this rough. Again, everything is kind of rough, chunky. This is supposed to be a fast kind of fussless chili. So don't think about it too much. Because it's going into a pressure cooker, or if you have an Instant Pot at home, it's gonna kind of break everything down. All right, so that's all good to go. Now, I told you this is like celebrating the pantry, so I've got literally 4 cans of things we're gonna add in. First, good old canned tomatoes. Easy peasy. I'm gonna add about 3/4 of this. Just pureed tomatoes. Beautiful. I'm gonna grab a strainer and a bowl. Cool. And I've got a couple of things that I always like to add to my chili. I think it makes it a little bit different, a little bit cool. So, under door number 1, and since I took all the labels off, I don't really know what I'm opening right now. So let's just see what we got. First one, classic black beans, gotta love it. Door number 2. I think I know what this one is. Let's see. Door number 2, lentils. Oh, I love canned lentils, so good. Lentils are kind of my secret ingredient. I think they kind of emulate the texture of like a ground meat or something, so it kind of pops in your mouth as opposed to being creamy like a bean. And I know what's under door number 3. It's gonna be the red beans, kidney beans. All right, so right in. Look at that, nice trio of beans. Get as much of the water as you can out, and then right into the tomato. You with me, Howard?
Yeah.
Can you see this? Really good. All right, smelling good. I'm gonna add a nice big pinch of salt. Throw these in the recycle. All right, let's get the salt going. And maybe a couple cranks of pepper. So if you've never pressure cooked before or don't know what it is, basically what it means is it traps all the pressure from the hot steam inside the actual pot, and it doesn't allow it to go anywhere, which means the temperature at which everything cooks at a much higher heat, which means for fast cooking, pressure cookers is a game changer. It cooks things way faster. Look how good that looks already. Doesn't it look insane? So now all I'm gonna do is add a little splashy poo, nothing crazy, of vegetable stock. I'd say about a cup and a half. Stir that through. And we're about to put this thing under pressure. So what that means is again, we have to trap all the air. So I'm gonna take the lid, and if you have a Instant Pot, it actually tells you how to do this. You just follow the instructions. But I take the lid, and actually, come on. This is an old school one. I haven't used it in a while. There we go. Lock it into place, and I'm gonna turn the heat on high. And you're gonna see this thing kind of move around, and I'll kind of explain to you what's going on, but we're gonna let this kind of come to the boil. So let that hang out. I'm gonna kind of clean up a little bit. How much time I got, Howard? 8 minutes and 55 seconds, okay. You feeling nervous?
It's not a lot of time.
It's not a lot of time, okay. So with this beautiful chili, I thought it'd be cool to make something nice to dip it in. And at first I was thinking cornbread. I love cornbread, but cornbread in 8 minutes, probably not gonna happen. But how about a hoe cake? How about a hoe cake or a Johnny cake? Either one, you can call it whatever you want. So what it is essentially a pancake, a really, really quick kind of solve to making a quick bread. That's what it is. It's a bread that doesn't need to rise. So really, really easy ratio. I'm gonna grab a bowl. And I know I'm back and forth a lot right now, but this is cooking, man. You just kind of keep flowing. All right, so this, that, and a cup. So really easy. Just grab a cup, a mug, whatever you got. You're gonna do 1 cup flour, 1 cup cornmeal. Let's get our cornmeal. It's a brand new cornmeal. See why this is the pantry, man? I wanted to start a show and write a cookbook called Pantry Raid instead of Panty Raid. Is that, yeah, there. I got one smile out of Howard, you can't see him. But sometimes, you know, you just do have to kind of raid the pantry and use what you got on hand. All right, then I've got a couple of nice big spoonfuls of baking powder. Cool. And I'm stealing a couple of sugars from my wife's coffee station, don't tell her. And then the same amount of flour and cornmeal, we're gonna add, where's my cup? Oat milk. You can add almond milk. If you're not vegan, you can just add milk, but we're going oat milk. I like the texture of it, it's creamy. All right, so we're gonna kind of stir this up. Nice pinch of salt in here too. Let's do that. Beautiful. That's looking too thick. That's looking too thick. We're gonna go double the amount. So it's two parts. Let's just see what we got here. You want this to look kind of like pancake batter. All right, that looked a little bit more like a biscuit. We can kind of adjust as we go. There we go, there we go. Is this gonna work? I don't know, maybe, maybe not. This is what the beauty is of this show. You don't really know what's gonna happen until the end. All right, yeah, we're gonna add both. So it's 2 cups of liquid to 2 cups of your cornmeal and your all-purpose flour. Beautiful, that looks good. All right, so we've got a nice pan on high heat. I'm gonna add some veg oil. Oh, it's not even open, it's not even open. How much time I got, Howard? You didn't answer me.
I showed that.
All right, a little bit of veg oil. I'm gonna actually add a little bit into the batter too. And what that does is it actually makes it a little bit more supple and a little bit just easier to eat. It kind of becomes tender that way. All right. So there's our batter. Cornmeal, beautiful oat milk, really beautiful. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a couple of spoons and we're literally just gonna drop in a couple of pancakes. Let's see what we got. Little hoe cakes. So grab one of these. Please work. Please work. And don't worry about them being perfectly round. What do you guys think? Is this gonna happen?
I think it's gonna happen.
You do?
Something's gonna happen.
I don't know if it's gonna happen. All right, so come check out the pressure cooker for a sec. Howard, you gotta get in really close. Do you see this dot where all the steam is coming out of? This little hole here?
Yep.
So there's a little lever and it's gonna push up in about, I'm gonna say, a minute. And that's gonna mean it's under pressure. And we're gonna literally cook it for about 3 minutes, which is really like 30 minutes if you didn't have the pressure cooker. You basically multiply the time by 10 and that's what you get. So it's really, really fast. All right, next, spatula. Let's check these guys out. I don't know, man. Little cornbread pancakes. Oh, look at that. Little Johnny cake. Oh, you gotta love it. You could add some jalapeno to this, some cheddar, if you're not doing the vegan thing, but for a quick cornbread solve, these are pretty awesome. What do you think, Howard?
They look good.
They look really good. They don't just look good, they look really good, okay? So those look awesome. I'm gonna get a little plate for those. All right, do you see the steam, how it's kind of getting faster and faster? This is what it's all about, man. This is why pressure cooking is so legit. You can hear it. You hear that? I'm gonna get my mic really close to it. This is probably the dumbest thing I've ever done.
It's like a facial.
It's like a facial, yeah, just what I need. All right, so we're gonna take off these first batches of Johnny cakes. Look at them, golden. It's literally like cornbread. You can add honey if you're not doing the vegan thing to sweeten it, which is really nice. Obviously butter would be really beautiful with this. Let's do another batch because you know they're gonna be good. This looks really good. I love making pancakes. Usually the first batch always comes out the worst. You know what I mean? When I was growing up, my dad would make pancakes in the shapes of Mickey Mouse. He would make the little ears and the whole thing. Sometimes he would do a J for Joel and the first letter of my siblings as well. Super cute. Can't wait to do that for my little guy. All right, so we are under pressure. I can see that the little knob is up, which means this thing is cooking on flying high speed. So we are literally minutes away. I'm gonna grab a bowl. Where's my bowl? There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna grab some cilantro. If you have it, any fresh herb is nice. I just think this is the one thing that's not coming out of the pantry. Do I have it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's parsley. Where's my cilantro? I think I'm cilantro-less. I'm cilantro-less, so you can use parsley. We will use parsley. I'm gonna use stems and all, because they're delish. So just literally, if you can get close to this, Howard, take up the stems and just kind of cut them through. And you can imagine if these are green chilies or if there's anything like that, you can take them and just kind of sprinkle them on the bottom of these Johnny cakes. And they add a really nice kind of complement of color. So whatever you've got, if you've got something that you want to throw onto those little cakes, cheese, like I said, jalapeno, it's just delicious. All right, this is looking good. Just kind of rough chopping the parsley. Again, not too many times through the herbs. You know my rule, just 1 or 2 times with the knife. All right, this is looking about done and smelling good, and we have literally a minute left. So I'm gonna take this off the heat. This is where it gets crazy. And I'm literally gonna move this over to the sink, put cold water over it, and I'm gonna open it up carefully. That's it releasing the steam. I don't even know. Okay, it's steamed release. Oh, it's so hot. Okay, Howard, you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Howard, beautiful. It literally took twice as fast as it normally would. No, 10 times as fast as it normally would. All right, this is how easy this is. Got 17 seconds. I'm gonna finish this thing up. Look at this. Chili from scratch, from the pantry. That looks really good. A little bit of greenery. Tuck in a little bit of these kind of hoe cakes. And I think you're singing in the rain. How much time? It's done. It literally just ended. Look at that. Dude, vegan chili, 15 minutes, pantry raid, unbelievable. We made a little bit of hoe cakes to go with it, some Johnny cakes. I love this, and if you want more recipes like this, head to Yumly or readyforseconds.com. This one's not one you're gonna wanna miss.